From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
60 Bison.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. A short one there to Fairview. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Willis. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
Steelers first down. A gain of 15. And the Steelers first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Steelers.
18 Cardinal. Hiking, 18.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Back to throw, Willis. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
60 Bison. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw, Willis. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Warren will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Packer 6.
Warren. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
60 Eagles. 60.
They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Duggar in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
At the 21-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, the spin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we're good.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
11 Thomas.
This is Brown going up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
41-yard line.
Let's get set. Dot. 180. 12. Dot.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here we go, here we go. Behind. Wide 80. 11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Caught by Jones. Down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Charlie Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First down, Pittsburgh.
70.
Now Willis to throw. And that is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, strike. 70, Timberwolf.
From the gun, here's Willis. Offside called by Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A handoff for Warren. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
Back to 60. 19 Charger, not press on 80.
They go play action with Willis. Got his man, it's Warren. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready? 1918.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready?
Play action. Here's Willis. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. Now run the one. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
The shotgun snap to Willis. This is caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready?
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it. Warren. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Gets around him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll go empty backfield. 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 5.
Big 13. Big stop.
Burrow will throw. Pass complete. That's Tinsley. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
11. 11.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
180. 11 mighty. Shot.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Play action, Willis. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's one. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
60 Vikings.
On the run, it's Warren. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's got his target. That's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Panther 60. Cowboy 80. Go.
Shotgun snap to Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Willis out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Willis will try and throw for this. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The since the offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
The pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Twelve. 11. Hey, can. 11 empty. Shot.
They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
11 empty. Take. 11 empty.
Back to throw here. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
12. Stop.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
11 empty. Take. 11 empty. Take. 12. 11. Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
What's this say? Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
11.
Here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, half
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bengals 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 67 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming. But they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Right back to him on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's rolling. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
18 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Cowboys, let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Lions. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19, Charge. Ready.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down and 6 now.
Cougar 19. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Bronco 80.
Here's Willis. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
You know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they go. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
12. It's set. Stop.
Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Stop.
Throwing, Burrow. And this one too low.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now he's got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
11 and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
60 Eagles.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's rolling. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Warren. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra.